I don't have any theories or presentations or anything today. I just have a realization. Coming into the new year, I haven't really made any resolutions, but I have sort of looked back at the last year and where I've been and where I intend to go in the coming year or years. Something I've had in the works for a long time, about a year and a half now, is an album, is music. It's something that I really believe in and I really have a strong vision for. Something that I really want to see through to the end. I started vlogging a year ago out of a New Year's resolution, partially to see if I could do it and partially to see if I liked it. It turns out that I could do it and I do like it, but something that has sort of become a casualty over the past year as I've focused on figuring that out is music. What I hoped would be possible when I started and believed was possible until a few months ago was that I could do vlogging and music sort of as full-time hobbies in parallel. I could take music seriously, investing my time and my energy into creating something that I was really proud of, something that I really felt contributed to society, contributed to art, at the same time as creating videos regularly that I believed really contributed to the online community. But it hasn't really worked that way. In fact, kind of the biggest developments I feel like that I've made in my music are at least 6 months old, maybe a year old. It's kind of, a lot of it has stagnated in terms of actual progress made since I really picked up vlogging and really pushed myself to improve at it. Coming into a new year and cognizant of the changes that are kind of imminent in my life in terms of education and ultimately career, I'm kind of left with a hard choice. Past college, I really don't know what my life is going to look like in terms of free time that is available for my hobbies and my interests. So I kind of have a end date looming very close. On top of that, the music project that I am working on right now has some kind of lifespan. I don't want to be in the same place musically in 5 years that I am today. I want to have developed, I want to have grown, I want to have moved past this. But before I move on, I want to be able to kind of finish what I've started, to express what I've put together in musical form. And that's possible, but only if this changes somehow. Over the past year, I've treated this channel as kind of a show more than a blog, something that I bring to the table, sort of a fully formulated episode on some abstract concept that I talk about. And I like doing that, and I think that hopefully it's valuable to some people. And I know from like talking to you guys, some of you like that. Unfortunately though, the time and the creative energy I have to spend in planning and preparing and filming and reshooting and editing and uploading all of that stuff really adds up. And all the little bits of time that I had when I was working on my last album that let me sort of get through it to the very, very end are no longer available to me. And I don't anymore have the really long stretches of time like I did in high school that I could just every evening go and record music. I love vlogging largely because of the connections that I've been able to make with people, and that's kind of why I'm here right now talking to you, because I don't want to just vanish. In fact, I don't even know if I'm vanishing. I don't know if the solution here is to stop outright or just change my perspective on what this is and what this means. All I know is I can't kid myself really into believing anymore that I can consistently make a video every week that is of a quality that I'm happy with, while at the same time being able to make reasonable progress on my music. Maybe just saying that is going to be ridiculously freeing and will kind of solve a big part of the problem. I take things that I do really, really seriously, which in some cases is good because it means I try very, very hard at them and I try to do a really, really good job. What's bad about it though is that if you don't watch yourself and watch how you see your life, then everything that you do becomes a matter of life and death importance. And it's hard to let any plan go. And I guess that's what this is for me, more than anything, is just letting go of the expectation, the plan that I'm going to become some sort of really prolific vlogger. I'm not. Probably. I really wish I could tell you what that means for 2013. How many videos I can make per month without losing focus and getting really overwhelmed, but I can't. All I can tell you is how happy I am for you to have taken some time out of your day to listen to me and engage with me and try and connect with me on some level. A few years ago, I had the same sort of difficult choice in choosing the career I was going to pursue. I had two options that were both appealing to me, but went in completely different directions. They both demanded sort of the same resources, the same commitment, but exclusive of the other option. I remember having coffee with someone that I greatly respect and bringing the issue before him, asking, what do I do and what do I pick? Knowing that he himself had had the same problem when he was young and choosing what direction his life was going to take. After listening to me explain my situation and my leanings one way and the other, I remember what he said. Keep doing both the things that you're interested in until you're forced to pick one. And then at that point, look objectively at which one you like more and which one seems like a better choice, and make the choice then. But don't make the choice back at the beginning when you have the opportunity and the ability to do both. I feel like I'm having to make that same decision now when it comes to my hobbies because of time. Objectively, going forward, I think that focusing on music as the top hobby priority is the best decision for me to make, and is the one that makes most sense in terms of what I'll be able to do now and what I may not be able to do later. But just because the decision is clear doesn't make it any easier to make. At the end of 2012, it became very, very clear to me that I can't be the kind of vlogger that I would like to be and the kind of musician that I would like to be simultaneously. And that is hard to accept. But I think part of growing up and just making the most of your life is accepting the hard facts, even when you don't like them, and acting accordingly. This is Jacke Karashae, wishing all of us some comfort in the hard decisions.